Viewers, in a democracy, citizens have a right to protest, and it is the duty of the police to maintain law and order without the use of undue force. Yes, there is a clear standard operating procedure or SOP that's followed for controlling the crowd. But what happened in Bihar Siwan during 25th July Bihar Bandh protest was unacceptable. Look at these visuals on your screens. A police constable was caught on camera using an AK-47 rifle. Can you believe it? An AK-47 rifle was being used during the protest. The video went viral and Bihar police has now suspended this particular cop. 3 people reportedly got injured in this police brutality, in this police action, and are currently undergoing treatment in Patna. Now, this has given more ammunition to the opposition, specifically to target the government here at the center. Opposition has hit out at the government over this. First one to react was leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, who mounted his attack on Prime Minister-led government at the center, alleging entire center is downright deadly against students. Let's straight away go across to my colleague Akanksha, joining us live right now for the reaction that we've got from Rahul Gandhi. Akanksha, take us through the post that was put out by Rahul Gandhi on what we saw in Siwan.
Absolutely, and Rahul Gandhi has demanded apology from the Prime Minister. This is what he has posted on social media, saying, and I quote, "The entire system is downright murderous against the students. News is coming in that AK-47 bullets have been fired at protesting students in Bihar, and hundreds of students have been arrested with case being filed against them. Mr. Modi, where did your promise go that no case would be filed against students and they would be released? Instead, deadly attacks and brutality are being unleashed on them." He goes on to say that in Delhi, pellet guns were fired at students, and in Bihar, AK-47s. Whether it is UP, West Bengal, Bihar, or the national capital, the pattern is the same everywhere. Then he goes on to put 2 demands in front of the Prime Minister, saying that he must apologize to country's students and then take action against those who attacked and crushed the students, right, against the students themselves. So this is the post that is coming from Rahul Gandhi, and most importantly, he has said that action should be taken against police, the attackers, and not against the students there in Delhi and also in Bihar.
Thank you very much, Akanksha, for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. We also have got a reaction from Congress MP Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, who asked, are these people terrorists that the police had to use AK-47 rifle? Listen in.
ये इन्होंने अभी भी एफआईआर दर्ज की है स्टूडेंट्स के खिलाफ, शायद कल रात को या आज सुबह, बिहार में, बंगाल में। तो ये अपनी आदतों से बाज तो आए नहीं हैं। और मैंने सुना है, वेरीफाइड नहीं है, लेकिन मैंने सुना है कि जो लड़कियां गई थी प्रोटेस्ट में, कई लड़कियों के पेरेंट्स को फोन आ रहे हैं, उनको धमकाया जा रहा है कि तुमने अपनी लड़कियों को भेजा। क्या मतलब है? क्या हमारे देश में लड़की प्रोटेस्ट नहीं कर सकती? क्या मतलब है? Pellet guns, AK-47, are these terrorists? What is wrong with these people?
And viewers, LJP MP Arun Bharti has defended the use of AK-47. According to him, if there are criminals amid protesters, then use of AK-47 is justified. Listen in.
देखिए, कमाल की बात यह है कि विपक्ष को जहां अब सड़क से इस विमर्श को सदन के अंदर ले आना था, ये इसको लाने के बजाय अभी भी वो सड़क पर ड्रामा प्रदर्शन और अनशन की बात कर रहे हैं। हम लोग सदन में चाहेंगे चर्चा हो, मगर विपक्ष सिर्फ और सिर्फ क्रेडिट लेने के लिए सदन को बाधित करके इस चर्चा को सड़क पर रखना चाहता है। ये दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है।
Let's go across to my colleague Mohit, who's joining us live right now. We also have with us Saket live. Mohit, to you first. I mean, you know, we had also spoken a short while ago to LJP MP Arun Bharti, who seemed to be defending the police action, the use of AK-47 rifle in Bihar.
Well, yes, Hina. In fact, you see, when I specifically asked Arun Bharti about the use of AK-47 on the students and how the Congress party, specifically Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, and other opposition leaders are raking this up, he said that, and the logic that he gave was that there are criminal elements who try to infiltrate among the students as the protesters, and hence the police has used the force, police has used the guns. We have seen police using the guns earlier too against the terrorists. But you see, the question everybody is asking is that there are allegations against the Delhi police, and the Central Armed Forces that pellet guns were being used in Delhi against the student protesters. And now the videos have come out, and in fact, the Bihar police have also accepted the fact that yes, AK-47 was being used, and that particular person is being suspended. Action is being taken. So that is where the opposition parties are saying that this is what we are asking, that these protesters are not terrorists. Protest and dissent is the hallmark of our democracy. Everybody has that right. If you use pellet guns, if you use AK-47 against the student protester, that is something which is not acceptable. And what we see is that the MPs across the party lines, they are coming out and they are not letting parliament function. They say Home Minister Amit Shah should make a statement, and they're also asking him to apologize for the alleged police brutality on 20th of July when protesters were protesting and the police lathi charged them, and the opposition says that the pellet guns were being used, the sharp weapons were being used to attack them. So we see massive ruckus in the parliament when it comes to the bill against the paper leak that is being tabled by Jitendra Singh, but no discussion could happen because of the opposition demand.
Right.
Both the houses.
Well, we'll talk about the paper leak issue in just a bit, and we'll also get for our viewers the correct soundbite of LJP MP Arun Bharti, where he is defending the use of AK-47 against protesters in Bihar. Mohit, stay on with us. Let me go across to Saket as well, who's joining us live right now. Saket, हमें बताइए कि पहली बात तो जो protesters को control करने की situation होती है उसमें एक एसओपी होता है जिसे फॉलो करना पुलिस के लिए बहुत जरूरी है। तो कहां से परमिशन आई थी कि AK-47 राइफल का इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है?
देखिए, बिल्कुल यही सवाल उठा है और इसी सवाल से पूरी पुलिस जो है, बिहार की पुलिस, वो घिरी हुई है कि आखिर जब कोई भी भीड़ प्रदर्शन कर रहा हो तो उसको कैसे कंट्रोल किया जाए। इसके लिए प्रॉपर एक एसओपी है जिसके आधार पर काम होता है। हमेशा हमने देखा भी है कि पहले उनको रोका जाता है, समझाया जाता है, फिर वाटर कैनन चलाया जाता है, उसके बाद हल्का बल प्रयोग किया जाता है भीड़ अगर ज्यादा उपद्रव कर रहा हो। लेकिन आप समझिए कि 47 से गोलीबारी करना, भीड़ के तरफ जो AK-47 है वो चलाना, ये कितना कह सकते हैं गलत चीज है। और ये चीजें बिहार में दिखी है। सीवान में 3 लोग घायल भी हुए हैं इस गोलीबारी में। पुलिस ने भी इस बात को माना है कि 6 से 8 राउंड फायरिंग पुलिस के तरफ से की गई है। हालांकि पुलिस ने यह भी कहा है कि पहले प्रदर्शनकारियों की तरफ से फायर किया गया, उसके जवाब में फायरिंग की गई और पुलिस ने तत्काल जो जवान आप देख पा रहे हैं जो 47 फायर करते हुए दिख रहा है सड़क पे, उसको सस्पेंड किया है। पुलिस मुख्यालय की तरफ से ये आदेश जारी किया गया है और उस पर इंक्वायरी भी बैठाई गई है कि उसकी जांच की जाएगी कि आखिर किसके कहने पर इस जो एसटीएफ का जो ये जवान है उसने फायरिंग की है। इसकी जांच पुलिस मुख्यालय अपने स्तर से कर रही है, क्योंकि वहां पर जो अधिकारी मौजूद थे पुलिस के, क्या उसने कहा था कि आप भीड़ के तरफ फायर करें या फिर इसने खुद ब खुद भीड़ के तरफ फायर किया। ये तमाम सवाल है जो कि बने हुए हैं और इस पर जवाब जो है वो अब पुलिस को देना पड़ेगा। इसके लिए इंक्वायरी सेटअप किया जा रहा है और वो जांच जब करेगी तब जाकर सामने आएगा कि इस पूरे मामले में कौन दोषी है, कौन अधिकारी इसमें शामिल है।
Ji, thank you very much, Saket, as well as Mohit. Appreciate both of you for joining us with your inputs. Viewers, let's now listen in to what LJP MP Arun Bharti had to say. He spoke exclusively to my colleague Mohit earlier.
Arun Bharti from the LJP. Sir, the shocking videos have come out from Patna that AK-47 was used against protesters and the opposition is raising the same question. How do you see this? And police have also verified that yes, AK-47 was used and action is being taken.
Listen, any student protest, any youth protest, if there are people who are criminal background who try to infiltrate and create ruckus, bringing a bad name to such student protest, then the police has to take an action. Police did take an action. Anybody who's from a criminal background who tries to incite violence, who tries to take advantage of it and make a social ruckus over there will not be acceptable by any police force, and that's why it's called a police force. If that is an issue, then you should also think about a lot of places where a police displays its weapon to make sure that the law and order is there, it is upheld. Look at 26th January, the Republic Day. We parade our police, entire military and police force, paramilitary forces with their weapons. It is to make sure that when we say that we are here to protect the protesters, we are here to protect the citizens, we also mean it to our words and actions.
Arun sir, but use of AK-47 against the student protester, that is what the opposition is raising the questions, that how AK-47 can be used.
Well, opposition is raising only half the issue.
On the other hand, viewers, in the national capital, pellet gun was reportedly used during July 20 protests. The CRPF Central Reserve Police Force launched an internal inquiry into the alleged use of pellet guns during the Jantar Mantar protest. Now, the panel has identified the RAF personnel who deployed pellet guns and electric shock weapons. The inquiry commission will examine the circumstances that led to the use of pellet guns and document all the locations where they were deployed. The opposition on this has sharpened its attack on the centre over the Jantar Mantar protest. Leader of the opposition, Rahul Gandhi, accused the government of using excessive force against students, alleging that pellet guns, lathis and tear gas shells were used during the crackdown. He reiterated his demand of an apology from the Prime Minister, and he also questioned whether the use of lethal force had the approval of the Home Minister. Listen in.
20 मार्च के प्रोटेस्ट के दरमियान जिस तरह से पैलेट गन का यूज हुआ मासूम छात्रों पे और बर्बर लाठी चार्ज हुआ वो जांच का विषय है। और सादी वर्दी में कौन लोग के थे, क्या वीएचपी, आरएसएस, विश्व हिंदू परिषद के लोग थे या दिल्ली पुलिस के ही लोग थे, ये पुलिस कमिश्नर आप दिल्ली बताएं और गृह मंत्री को इस पे पार्लियामेंट में जवाब देना चाहिए।
इनका बिना कांग्रेस के सहारा नहीं। आज कितने मुख्यमंत्री इनके जो हैं इनके, लेकिन ओरिजिनली कहां से आए हैं? बिना कांग्रेस के नरेंद्र मोदी सांस भी नहीं ले सकते।
लेकिन सर हाउस
नेहरू से शुरू करते हैं, नंदन नीलेकनी तक आ जाते हैं।
लेकिन सर प्रधानमंत्री खुद अब सामने हैं कई वायदे के साथ, चाहे फास्ट ट्रैक कोर्ट हो।
देखिए, आज जिस तरह से उनका इकबाल खत्म हो गया है, जिस तरह से छोटे छोटे बच्चे उनकी हंसी उड़ा रहे हैं, प्रधानमंत्री का जो नैतिक ताकत थी वो खत्म हो चुकी है।
This is highly shocking. Reports have come to light that the pellet gun was used on the peaceful protesters, on the peaceful youth protesters. This RAF chief has acknowledged that the RAF used pellet guns. There have been reports that 7 rounds of the pellet gun were fired in the Connaught Place area. 5 rounds hit a protester. We also know that there is one youth protester who has been badly hurt and his eye has been affected. So what does this mean? You know, peaceful protest is a constitutional right. We want that the Home Minister and the Prime Minister give a full statement on this use of the pellet gun and these other lethal weapons.
Now, viewers, the protest at the Jantar Mantar may be over. The political fallout has already claimed the resignation of Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. But the biggest question remains unanswered. What exactly happened on the streets of Delhi on 20th of July? Did the security response cross the line? And who will be held accountable? We piece together the sequence of events and ask, was the crowd control or an avoidable use of excessive force? I mean, could this be handled better, is the question that's being asked.
The protest at Jantar Mantar is over and Dharmendra Pradhan has resigned as Education Minister. However, there are some very serious allegations which have shaken the country's conscience. Allegation of a brutal crackdown carried out by the Delhi police and the Rapid Action Force. From alleged illegal use of pellet guns to a young teenage girl being slapped, the alleged excessive use and high-handedness displayed by the Delhi police have been called unjustified and uncalled for. An embarrassed Delhi police removed Sandeep Lamba from Jantar Mantar and transferred him back to his police station posting. Shockingly, however, he has neither been suspended nor has any case been filed against him.
संदीप सर से मिलना है नहीं यहाँ पर। कब से नहीं है सर? मतलब अभी नहीं है या आते यहाँ पे है नहीं?
पता नहीं, मैं तो एक मिनट में पता करें।
एक बार पता करो अंदर। मतलब आज ऑफिस आए थे, आप ये बोल रहे हैं? अभी कहाँ राउंड पे हैं, कहाँ पर हैं? कुछ बता के नहीं गए हैं? एक बार पूछ लीजिए आप। तो वो वैसे वो आए हैं प्रोटेस्ट वाले दिन के बाद से यहाँ पर आए हैं?
सर हम तो अरेंजमेंट में रहते थे, हमें तो पता ही नहीं था।
So as you can see in the visuals, Times Now tried to reach to Sandeep Lamba. We even went inside the office when we were told he had just left. Then the guard went inside to take some permission. We also went inside. You can see in the visuals he was found nowhere inside as well. Times Now did try to reach him, but he is not responding to the questions of Times Now. But we will keep seeking the truth and going to the end of the trail of what exactly happened. What is the justification behind those horrific visuals that came that day where additional DCP Sandeep Lamba could be seen physically assaulting a women protester.
Leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi on Sunday shared a letter on X addressed to Union Home Minister Amit Shah demanding accountability for the brutal crackdown on students on 20th of July. Times Now has analyzed hundreds of viral videos. Several of them appear to show the horrific use of force by security personnel. In one of the videos, a Delhi police inspector can be seen using his baton to assault a young girl without any apparent provocation.
नवीन राठी जी यहाँ पर किस पोस्ट नहीं मतलब राउंड पर गए हैं सर, कब तक आए कुछ आइडिया नहीं है यहाँ पर। तो वो लगातार ड्यूटी पे आ रहे हैं प्रोटेस्ट के दिन के बाद से। उनके जो विजुअल्स वो आए हैं कि वो जिस तरह से महिला को मार रहे थे डंडा देकर, उसके बाद वो लगातार ड्यूटी पर आ रहे हैं। अभी आप बोल रहे हैं गए हैं यहाँ से,
अब तो आ रहे हैं।
आप जिस व्यक्ति को कॉल कर
He is not currently picking up the call. We'll try and have connect him with him again and again. But the point is that now all these people who have been accused of assaulting and harassing the protesters without due authority are now not responding, are now not coming out clean. So it remains to be seen what they have to say, because again, silence in this case can also play as a big answer about whether somebody actually feels whether they're guilty or not.
It all began on 17th July, when Satish Golcha was abruptly removed as the Delhi Police Commissioner and former Intelligence Bureau officer Anurag Kumar was appointed in his place. The very next day around 6 am on 18th July, activist Sonam Wangchuk was removed from the stage. The CJP had called for a protest outside Parliament weeks in advance. Anurag Kumar, who has over 2 decades of experience in the Intelligence Bureau, had 2 days to prepare for and manage the gathering. However, on Monday morning, despite repeated requests from the police not to march, the protesters allegedly broke through the barricades and began moving towards the parliament. While the police claimed that the protesters defied prohibitory orders and attempted to enter the parliament complex, nothing justifies the brutal assault on them. At times now, we are asking the NHRC and the courts to intervene immediately and suspend the erring police personnel. The Supreme Court is also scheduled to take up the matter.
Let's now move on. Viewers, after more than a month-long protest in the heart of the national capital, finally came the big update. The focus on exam reforms has now shifted to Parliament, where the government will have to translate its assurances into law. Today, the centre has introduced a sweeping amendment to the anti-paper leak legislation, promising tougher punishments, fast-track courts and time-bound investigations. The bill proposes a complete overhaul of the existing law with stricter jail terms and penalties, dedicated investigation teams and special courts to ensure that paper leak cases are investigated and tried within fixed timelines. Listen in to what happened in the parliament amid din, how Dr. Jitendra Singh, the MOSPMO, introduced this bill.
I rise to move for leave to introduce the Public Examinations Prevention of Unfair Means Amendment Bill 2026 to amend the Public Examination Prevention of Unfair Means Bill 2024.
टास्क फोर्स बनाया है और इतना बड़ा क्रांतिकारी बिल लेके आए हैं एग्जामिनेशन को सुधारने के लिए, ताकि भविष्य में कोई लीक ना हो। अगर किसी ने जरूरत किया पेपर लीक में इन्वॉल्व पाया गया तो बहुत ही कठोर सजा देने के लिए और समयबद्ध ये सारा प्रावधान लेकर के आया है। तो इसके बाद भी अगर चर्चा होने नहीं देते हैं तो संदेश गलत जाएगा। मैं कांग्रेस पार्टी को फिर कहना चाहता हूं कि देश का छात्रों का, स्टूडेंट्स का जो फीलिंग्स है उसको समझने का कोशिश करें।
Viewers, let's also take you through the key provisions as far as the amendments are concerned that the government is seeking now. So jail term is expected to be doubled from 3 to 5 years. That's there. Currently, it's likely to go up to 5 to 10 years. Penalties are also going to go up sharply as well. Currently, the penalties are around 10 lakh rupees and it is proposed to go up to 10 crore rupees. Then at the same time, you've got a 2-month investigation cap. So a specific timeline is going to be given. There is an investigation timeline that will have to be adhered to. Trials to get quicker. Special fast-track courts are going to be set up as well. There's going to be a 3-month trial target that's also going to be introduced in this particular bill. And special task force will be set up for paper leak probes, and dedicated paper leak probes is something that Special Task Force is going to be looking at. But the question really is that this can only become a reality when there is a debate in the parliament, when it is passed in the parliament. Will the government, will the opposition allow the debate to happen? That remains to be seen, because when this bill was being introduced as well, viewers, at that point in time, we saw heavy sloganeering and disruption of the House by the opposition MPs who stormed the well of the House. Now, the Congress, the DMK and Samajwadi Party and JMM have all signaled that while stronger laws are welcome, Parliament can't ignore questions over implementation, accountability and the handling of student protests.
अभी तो फिलहाल जो छात्र नौजवानों के साथ कई जगह पर सरकार केस करा रही है, मुकदमे लिखा रही है। सरकार को चेतना को चुनौती नहीं देनी चाहिए और सरकार के लिए चेतना ही चुनौती बन गई। और अभी तो बात हम सब पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के लीडर बैठ के बात करेंगे क्या तय करना है।
कोई भी संस्थान अपनी जिम्मेवारी नहीं लेगी, जिम्मेवारी से भागेगी तो कार्रवाई फिर किन से आप करेंगे। बहुत सारे आप प्रावधान बना दें, लेकिन कौन है, मैंने कहा कि इतने एक्ट बने, इतने प्रावधान बने हैं, लेकिन जिम्मेदार कोई नहीं है तो कार्रवाई क्या आप किन पे करेंगे। प्रश्न ये होता है।
Across to my colleague Niyamika, who is joining us live right now for more on this. Niyamika, the point is, will the opposition allow a debate on this extremely important bill in the parliament or not? Because when it was being introduced, there was a lot of sloganeering by the opposition.
Well, it seems like the protest is going to be continued today as well because today morning itself it has been decided by the India bloc parties that firstly they are going to demand for a discussion upon the usage of lethal force against the protesters on 20th of July, when the government is going to agree upon that, when the Union Home Minister Amit Shah is going to be present in the House and he is going to be ready to hold a discussion to give a clarification on this particular move which was being taken by the police officials at that point in time. Then only they are going to allow the House to function. We have seen that how in both the houses there is a continuous sloganeering which is being done by the opposition MPs because they are seeking an apology on the part of the Union Home Minister Amit Shah regarding this entire matter. And that is going to be proceedings of the House would resume around 2 o'clock this afternoon. Thank you, Niyamika, for the moment for joining us with your inputs.